Now it's time for the fun part. What's up, everyone? It's TheOneJame, and we are in the early access event for Ixalan. We have Grixis Descend here. We are playing some really cool cards, and I think it meshes very well together. Our main game plan is going to be using the Ancient One as a 2-drop 8/8. Can't attack or block unless there are 8 or more permanents in our graveyard. Our entire deck is permanents outside of like a couple cards. So it's an 8/8, and you can pay 4 mana to draw a card then discard a card. When you discard a card this way, target player mills cards equal to its mana value. That's not going to be used a lot. We will be using it to sacrifice for Ob Nixilis, the Adversary. This, the starting loyalty of the token copy of Ob Nixilis will be 8 loyalty, and then we can -7 it right away to have target player draw 7 cards and lose 7 life. Draw 7 cards on turn 3 of the game. Sign me up. The rest of the deck is going to be utilizing the Descend mechanic to buff cards like Stalactite Stalker. Beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Stalactite Stalker, a 1/1 menace for 1, and then you can sacrifice it to have a creature get -X/-X till end of turn, where X is Stalactite Stalker's power, which is kind of similar to a Bloodtithe Harvester effect. We're playing Bloodtithe Harvester because when you sacrifice it, it counts as descending. Souls of the Lost as well is a very brand new card, kind of like the black version of Tarmogoyf. Additional cost to cast it, discard a card or sacrifice a permanent, which does trigger Descend, and then if Souls of the Lost power is equal to the number of permanents in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1, so this card can get really big. We have Bitter Triumph, 2 mana, additional cost, pay 3 life or discard a card, which is good for Descend, destroy a creature or planeswalker. Fanatical Offering, 2 mana, sack an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards, make a map token, which I really like this card. It's a little bit worse than Deadly Dispute, but it's the best version that we have currently. And we also have Tarrian's Journal, 2 mana legendary artifact, sack another artifact or creature, draw a card, which also triggers Descend. And then you can pay 2 mana and tap it, discard your hand, and transform this. You can also transform it if you have no hand, but also discarding your hand can trigger Descend if you need to. But the Tomb of Aklazotz is super good. You can use a land to add black mana, but you also get to cast a creature spell from your graveyard this turn, and it enters the battlefield with a finality counter on it. But that doesn't matter because we're going to have a bunch of creatures in our graveyard, so you can use the Tomb of Aklazotz to cast a creature from your graveyard every single turn. So that's really strong. 4 copies of Oni-Cult Anvil because we're going to be making a lot of artifacts. Corpses of the Lost is a card we're playing. 3 mana enchantment. Skeletons get +1/+0 in haste. When this ETBs, make a 2/2 skeleton. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, you can pay a life. If you do, return this back to the hand. So it's an endless recursion of value of skeletons. And lucky for us, these don't enter tapped, they can block, and they're 3/2 hastes, which is skeletons are like never that in a history of Magic, so that's pretty cool. Brass's Tunnel Grinder is a 3 mana legendary artifact. When this ETBs, discard any number of cards and draw that many cards +1, so this also triggers Descend. Beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a boar counter on it, and if there are 3 or more boar counters, you can flip it. And let me tell you, this card's really good. Tekukalan, the Soaring Rift. The other side is a land that taps for red. Whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by Tekukalan, the Soaring Rift, discover X, where X is a spell's mana value. And if you haven't seen Discover before, you exile the top cards of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value X or less. You can cast it without paying its mana cost, but if you don't, you can choose to put it back in your hand, which is kind of like a fixed version of Cascade if they even really needed to fix that. 4 copies of Ob Nixilis, of course. We have an Invasion of Amonkhet, which helps us mill cards to trigger Descend, also draws cards. And also, we can have Lazotep Convert ETB as a copy of any creature in the graveyard, so if we mill Ancient One and we have Ob Nixilis in our hand, we just make it a copy of Ancient One and then do the play. So this lets us have a little bit of recursion in the deck. We have Matzalantli, the Great Door, 3 mana. It's just to draw a card and discard a card, and then you can transform it to the Core, which is legendary land, tap it and add X mana of any color, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. So it can add a lot of mana if we need to do that, especially to power up cards like Restless Vents, which is a new land that's a creature land, so it does let us have a little bit of extra mana to utilize if we need to. We also have Starving Revenant as a 1-of here, 4 mana 4/4 when this ETB Surveil 2, and if you surveil a creature into the graveyard, of course it triggers Descend. Then for each card you put on top of your library, you draw the card and you lose 3 life. So this can be 4 mana, take 6 life, draw 2, which is pretty okay. And then it has Descend to 8. Whenever you draw a card, even for turn, if there are 8 or more permanents in your graveyard, you drain 1 life. So it's kind of similar to Sheoldred the Apocalypse in that way, except for it's not a big enough damage swing as Sheoldred, but it does draw cards, which I like, and it triggers Descend. So anyway, that's enough talking for me. Let's go ahead and get into the matches. It all starts right now. Like greedy freebooter into Fanatical Offering. That's the win the game combo. Dinos, huh? Do I want another Fanatical Offering? Probably. Look how good this is. We have 4 mana. So we can do this. Discard a card. And then we can cast this. And then we can use this on this. That's a Stomper. It's an Ob Nixilis. Okay. So... we only have 4 mana to work with. Which means you probably shouldn't cast Ob Nixilis this turn. So let's just Fanatical Offering first. Make a thing. Oh, wow. That's the ancient one. So we do this and hold up Bitter Triumph. And then we can Ancient one Ob Nixilis next turn. I don't think that Shanable is playing as Huatli. Huatli gets a basic land, and then you can pay 5 and exile it, and it turns into Roar the Fifth People. I think I want to kill... Just gonna pay 3 life for this. Kill that. Now it's time for the fun part. Ancient one. This.
I'm the boss.
Hello.
Join me. This is my only offer, and you will take it. Go sow some chaos.
What am I discarding here? Probably just permanents. Now Souls of the Lost is a 5/6. Time to see Huatli do her thing. Huatli makes 2 3/3 dinos. And then it gets creatures you control add mana, and then you search for a dinosaur, put it in your hand. And then dinos gain double strike and trample. Okay. Let's start off by plussing this.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
What you got? Plus this again.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Alright, let's go play Sokenzan, because I need the stuff. Let's go Souls of the Lost. Discard a land. Now I have let's see. There's 6 permanents engraved now. Play Anvil. Sack this. Fortunately, we don't have Bitter Triumph up anymore. But this isn't the turn where we need to worry about it. That's next turn. Unless there's a Galta here. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Not ideal, not ideal, not ideal. Oh, God. How did I call that? Oh, that's not good at all. I mean, I guess we have a good double block, don't we? I mean, I guess. I thought we were screwed, but I guess we don't have a bad double block. Let's see. Start by plussing the planeswalkers.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy. Your punishment is my entertainment.
Do we have lethal or do we have lethal here? Like, we don't have lethal. But can we die next turn? Maybe. Does they get to search their library for any dinosaur? What's the worst possible dino for us? Probably that. They got a Bitter Triumph, which is unfortunate. And a Carnosaur. Oh, God. Oh, no. If they hit the haste here, I might actually... If they hit the haste here, I might die. Because Triumph gets to kill the Starving Revenant. So it kills the souls of the lost, that's fair. If they hit the haste dino here, I'm gonna cry. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a ramp card. Whew! You should have errated Cavernous Souls to be a cave. Literally says cave as the first 4 letters. Okay, I think I have lethal. In fact, I definitely have lethal. Because that drains, and then when I draw a card, I will drain again. Revenant just drains them every time. It's like children at home. We'll go Bloodtithe first. And then we might sack... We might go Anvil, sack this, and then Souls of the Lost next turn. We should go land and then use this. Bitter Triumph is good against dinos. Stomper. Oh, it jumps out at me. There's an Ob Nixilis. Am I sacking for Souls of the Lost? No. Because if they play the haste dino, I want to kill that. Hammer Skull. Skull Spore. Gotta kill that in response. Alright, now we can do this. Doing the thing!
After 1,000 years, finally, a new conquest. My help is never free.
How did we not draw an untapped black source and all that? Tilting. Somehow we can't cast a spell.
Oh, I have a job for you.
At least that thing doesn't have haste. They get to kill a creature, which is fine. This says if one of their creatures dies, it makes a fungus with a power and toughness each equal to the total power of those creatures. Okay, so we plus this.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Plus this again.
Pleasure doing business with you.
We can... Ancient One... Ob Nixilis again. I don't know what that does, though. What's Fanatical Offering? This. Dealing a damage here. That's a shield grid. Let's do this. Let's play Sokenzan. And then we can Bitter Triumph. Discarding a card. Discarding... Oh, I should not do that yet. We should do it on their turn, so they don't make a Skullspore Nexus token. So what are we playing on our turn? Probably Souls of the Lost? And then we'll discard a card. The 5/6. We can double a creature's power. So in response to them doubling trumpeting Carnosaur's power, we can kill it. Unless they have protection, then we're just dead. I mean, I would like to not be dead. I mean, I'll just pass to damage then. If they're just going to go to damage, I'll go to 5, sure. I just don't want to go to 0. Raptor. Sure. Okay. Now we can just... Bitter Triumph? I don't want to do that. Whoops. Cancel. We don't want to Triumph. We want an Offering. Try to keep up with the names of the cards. Sack this. No! Okay, whatever. Whatever. I was going to Offering after the Shieldred, but it is what it is. Okay. So what we do here is... Do we have enough mana to do what I want to do? We can get 2 more permanents in the graveyard for Ob Nixilis. That makes this 7 power. I think we can win the game here. Shivan Reef. Make a 1/1 double.
No one
Make a 1/1 double.
Go sow some chaos. This isn't over. My goons will make quick work of you.
Oni-Cult Anvil sacrifice itself. That puts 7 in there. We get to Ob Nixilis for Shieldred, and then Ob Nixilis auto-pay sacking Souls of the Lost. And then we get to minus and target them, and then they lose the game.
Not worth the effort. Suffer for your schemes.
Let's go! Alright, so we go Stalactite Stalker. They might kill this. Virtue. Alright, let's go Bloodtithe. Don't you love having a 2-lane hand and can play all the spells? Yes. Fight rigging. Oh. Might be fight rigging dinos here. Let's go with this. Discarding this. Then since we descended, we'll put a counter on Stalker. The Hammer Skull is so good with fight rigging too. Cast Dread Knight, sure. That could have been a lot worse for us. Oh wow, Ob Nixilis. We can Bitter Triumph. Discard Pummel Grinder. Otawara for the journal. Hit for 5, and then this goes to a 3 at the end of turn. This is pretty good for a 1/1. Another Hammer Skull. Am I discarding my hand and transforming it? You can cast another Stalker. I think I'm gonna do that. Wait, am I doing that? This is actually really hard. Okay, let's actually do this.
I'm the new boss around here. Join me. work for me now, runt. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Like, maybe I should have made another 1/1 just so the Hammer Skull can't kill one of the Ob Nixilises. Let's hope they don't have another fight rigging, because they can actually cast Skull Spore Nexus off of the fight rigging. We're gonna chump block, obviously. This deals damage to them. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, get a fungus with a power and toughness equal to the power and toughness of those creatures, double creature's power. Can we do anything about this? We can plus and plus again.
Pleasure doing business.
And then let's discard our hand.
Plead for mercy.
Let's discard our hand and then cast Bloodtithe Harvester. Oh wait, that doesn't... It comes in tapped. Okay. The things you know. Okay, so we could have just done that on their end step and still held up the Bitter Triumph. Nice. Keep this. Okay, I like the booter into the offering. The Ancient One. This into this is like the new Deadly Dispute. It's like the new Deadly Dispute combo. What was the card that you used to Deadly Dispute in Standard that was like really good with this? The one that like made a treasure? That if you got it off, you just win the game? And they used to cast like Lolth on turn 3. I'd like a land, but I'd like it to be a red mana. I mean, I'll keep it. More blue mana. What's Stalactite Stalker? Cast Bloodtithe Harvester? Well, we can discard a card with Bitter Triumph to do it anyway. I don't really want to cast Bitter Triumph on this, though. Alright, let's cast Bloodtithe. And then... let's discard the Ancient One and draw a card. That triggers Stalker. Let's see. Use a map token. Put the Ancient One in the grave. Blackcleave Cliffs. Attack. This card has been really strong. There's a Shelly. Fun thing is Sokenzan triggers Stalker. They could have like Ganjo. Nope. Trigger that again. Big score, discard threefold Thunder Hulk. I like that. Oh my god, I like that. I like that a lot. Woo! Yeah. Ancient one getting in there. Stormcarp Ghost. Here's my Bloodtithe. Malcolm. You want to kill this. Let's kill it. Ooh, I love these lands. Wow. What is Staunch Crewmate? Look at the top 4. Artifact or Pirate. Ooh, it's a pirate deck. Alright, so we offering... No. We just cast Shieldred. And then hope they don't kill it. Because then we can gain 4 life if we offering. Breaches. Create a treasure or a creature can't block, or play a card from the top of the library. Fair enough. Let's go with this. Revenant is pretty good. I think I do want to draw 2 and make a map token now, just so they don't kill Shieldred in response. Ooh, Breaches is 3 mana 3/3 first strike with those abilities. Pretty strong. There's a Malcolm. Wait, there's... Oh wow, it triggers each time. Can't play the Magmatic Galleon this turn. That can't block. We're blocking Tomb Raider, I guess? These are cool treasures, too. Now are you going to map token? Yep, map the breaches. Spyglass Siren. Okay. We can Revenant. I think I like Revenanting. It also gets to draw cards. Well, not those. Oni-Cult Anvil on this. And then Stalker will get a +1/+1 since we bin Darkslick Shores. We should probably attack. Do I think dinos are strong enough for standard? Wait, that has flash? Oh, I did not know that. I do think dinos are strong enough for standard. The 3-mana 6/6 and the Lenoir Elves card are just absolutely busted. And the haste dino is really good too. Play Cavern of Souls. Starving Revenant can't block. They make a treasure token. They get to cast a Sokenzan. That doesn't do anything. Let's block the first striker. That gets a Chorus counter. They draw, discard, take 2. Is this a May ability? Nope. Nice. I would say that this was a good showing of the deck, but it might have been just Shieldred winning the game.